and build on our habits. All right. Got our coffee, got our notepads. Let's see. Let's see what today has in store for us. Knight f3. Oh, this is familiar. This is familiar? Sure. Been there, done that. I'm not phased. Oh, yeah. Love what I'm seeing here. We got our snorkel. The next moves should start to become very, very routine. Knight takes. It's a trade. Don't even have to consider other moves here. Not really attacked, right? If the pawn had taken, I would move. But in this case, I don't really care about this. Just gonna continue, bring my rook to the middle. Of course, we want our bishop here. But, you know, it's not my dream to ruin my pawns like that. So bring the rook here first to help out. And then the queen comes up. And then the rook comes in. There we go. Nice and easy. There we go. Queen up and maybe even double the rooks here, something like that. All right, looking solid. Could bring the rook to the center or double. Both look pretty good. I'm feeling pretty confident here. We got our nice escape square there as well. Okay. The rook over. Now that we've done all of this, what comes next? It's no secret. Something random as hell. Of the pawn variety. The random, the pawn, the move. There they go. Okay, we have seen this before. This has become, I would say, a more recent, call it a habit. Red dot headshot, move to the side. Had enough of that. If I see queen lined up to my king, thank you very much. I'll take a step to the side before I continue with the most random of pawn moves. Building a little bit of a time lead as well, which I'm hopeful that you'll be able to do in your games because you don't really have to think about your moves. They're written out for you. They're laid out. You already know exactly what they're going to be. RPM is the beginner version of a pawn storm. More like a pawn tantrum. It sounds very accurate. Eerily accurate. I see an attack. I see a threat. How can I deal with this threat? There's pretty much been two ways that I've ever dealt with a threat here. Two ways, right? Pushing this pawn and pushing this pawn. That's it. That's really all I do. Rook g3. Get lost. Get lost. What is this? I don't want to build habits where people have rooks in front of their king like that. What the hell? You're thinking position specific. Let's think big picture. Think macro. Think habits. These are usually going to be the good moves. So these are the moves that we're considering here. Sometimes we played g3. Sometimes we've played f3. In this case, f3. Using our queen. Something we've done before. Not our first rodeo here. And now that I am out of this and I've guarded this, yeah, I'm right back over here. That's where you'll find me. You might be looking at this and say, well, damn, that's a little advanced for me, but follow the series. Not our first time. I agree, though. This is, a little bit unique. But so is this. Our opponent coordinating like that against us. That's also unique. Normally, that doesn't happen, so normally that doesn't need to happen. A 570 would always play G3 over F3. I actually agree with you, but we're 571. Those are things of the past. So far, I must have chosen the right move because my guy is stuck. He's frozen. Like, he's not doing anything. He just took... Okay, let's actually look. How long did that move take? 1 minute and 12 seconds. How long is my move going to take? Random pawn move. 12 seconds. How long is this trade going to take? 3 seconds. Random pawn move. Boom. All the random pawns. Got to get rid of them all. There's too many in front of me. Spoiled. Okay, we got to trade. Let's go for it. All right. Now we've really done everything. So, knight into the middle. This looks like a pretty good move. Playing in the middle, using our knight, allowing for more RPMs, random pawn moves to happen. Knight d5 is a pretty reliable one. Okay, we got a trade to make. Don't mind if I do. Rook's attacked. Let's stay central. Go here. We got some RPMs coming up. Random pawn moves aplenty. I got my next 3 moves locked up here. Okay, we got a trade. Of course, we take that. Get that other pawn up there. Okay, and, we got pieces in the center here. What are we going to do in the center? Not trying to be too fancy here. Just sticking to the basic habits. You can't tell me that what I'm doing is specific to me. This is not that difficult. The guy just flagged. We didn't do anything. we did nothing. Just trade. Probably our toughest move. First of all, this is a nice recent habit. Helpful. But probably this move was the most out-of-pocket move. But, there's going to be some threats against this pawn. You're going to have to deal with it. You've usually got 2 moves to consider when you're really in trouble over here and the basics aren't cutting it. Pick whatever looks like the smartest one out of those 2 every single time. We chose that one, and then we just went back to the pawns, trading everything when we could. Even here, opponent had an opportunity to pretty much take the game from us right there. Didn't find it. Hey. Easy. Easy. The guys are 500. My opponent here didn't actually hang anything. So why is he 500? Because he's slow as fuck. Right? That there's a reason. It's not, you're not going to run into a 500 and you're going to be like, I have no idea why that's his rating. the opposite. You're going to run into a 500 and immediately you're going to know exactly why he's 500. Either he's going to be hanging everything or he has to be slow, very slow. There's no way someone is fast, not hanging anything, and 500. It just doesn't add up. It doesn't compute. The same way you guys won't be 500 either. Because you're going to be playing fast once you nail these habits down, and you're not going to be hanging pieces if you're actually following them. And you won't be 500 either. So, because my opponent was actually playing quite well, I knew that, honestly, he had to be slow. It's the only thing that would make sense. Otherwise, he probably deserves to be much higher rated. Because he played a fine game, played a good game. No mistakes that I could see. But he was super, super slow, spending, 1 minute, 2 minutes on some moves. So, hey, we'll take that. We get the first win of the day. Okay. Let's go in here with e4. Of course, the knight comes next. And always taking. The knights come out. Get a pawn into the middle. If I lose my first pawn there, got to replace it at some point. I need to have some stake in the middle of the board. And this square's not available, so it's going to have to be bishop here. Of course, we want to castle. Okay. Bishop there will always prompt me to, first of all, get my snorkel activated, but also to hit that bishop, which is nice. Okay. Center pawn. Queen needs to move. Okay. A little central here. Okay. Yeah, don't mind if I do. All right. Let's get castled here. Now, I need to move my bishop out, but my queen's kind of in the way, so I'm not sure what the best way to do it. Kind of a different position here, admittedly, than usual, but let's just sort of move the queen out of the way in order to allow the bishop to move. I don't know, and then we'll just bring the rooks in. All right, we don't have this as an option. We're still playing around the center, so I'm going to choose this one, and then the rooks into the middle make a lot of sense coming next. Okay, that's a check, and then you sidestep that. Rook coming into the middle. You guys know that's the next step. Yeah, the check is concerning. That shows me that later on, if there's a checkmate to be made, this is the kind of guy that's going to find it. Okay. Pawn to e5. Interesting. In this position, we really get a chance to utilize some logic that we've developed in this series. When these pawns are rolling down the board, right, as they sort of band up together in the center, we've seen this where the pawn moves forward supported by another pawn, and it's hitting a couple of our guys at the same time. We've seen this before, right? It's not the first time. Looking at this position, looking at the center, and understanding how pieces move, in order to get out of that, yeah, I'm looking at knight takes d5. Look at me go. Taking a pawn in the center and dealing with an idea that we've come to realize is quite dangerous. Damn near shed a tear. let's not forget the basics, you know? We're back to the RPMs. Okay, rooks hit. I think we all know doubling the rooks on the open file is always going to be good, right? And now back to the RPMs, right? This is what it's all about. Don't need to be fancy. Here we go. Forward. That's it. You think B4 was fancy? Hey, that's the habits for you. So damn good, you might accidentally look like a genius. All right, we'll finish off our RPMs, and we're gonna need the calculators for this one. 3, 5, I'm running out of fingers. You guys got this one worked out here? I know for damn sure we're going to get a queen out of it. It's looking like a free piece to me. The math is lining up. Took me a moment to get settled there, to finish counting it out. But I think we got this one. Yeah, we don't hang free pieces, but oh man, will we ever send those pawns. The RPMs. A queen for a rook? I'll take it. I will take it. Okay, we're kind of in an endgame here. I wouldn't say just yet. I mean, we have a queen. Opponent has some rooks on the board. Now that we're in the endgame of sorts, start taking some stuff. I don't really... Usually I have rooks. It's really unusual for me. Usually I have rooks that can attack some of the pawns. So this is new for me. I guess we'll hit a central square, kind of retreat. These are not too difficult. I mean, we're using a lot of diagonals here, but we're still hitting central squares. It's just much more likely I'm going to be playing moves like this compared to, like, I don't know, Queen F1 or even Queen B2. I mean, it does hit the center squares, but a little bit far away, check. There we go. There we go. Getting to utilize that snorkel. Oh, right into the center? You've got to be kidding me. Are you joking? Easily. The move of the match right here. Well, our opponent is making it a little bit easy for us, but luckily, with my hawk-like vision, I can see. You guys are talking about checkmate. You guys don't understand anything. My opponent has a snorkel. Dummies. All right, let's go back to the center here. Okay, it may be time. It may be time to use that king. We pretty much just want to take pawns and maybe activate the king a little bit. King's a powerful piece. King's a powerful piece. take that. Okay, we'll take that. Crafty little bugger. Okay. Well, I didn't see that one. We'll take this. We gotta use our pawns here. All right. To be fair, I didn't have queens yet. If I had queens on the board, I would have been checking. But I didn't have one yet, okay? I didn't have one. This is not my fault. This is a rare occurrence. I was going to get one. I chalked that up to bad luck. You know? King could have run this way, could have got a queen. Might have been a different ending. Could have been a different ending. Why no check with the bishop? You guys are funny. You're telling me with 10.7 seconds on the clock, you guys are looking to build a habit to push your pawn up a few squares and then move your bishop, some minor piece randomly over here? No. Send the pawn all the way. Every time. What the hell kind of bishop move garbage is this? Max pain. It really is. A little bit fortunate at the start, but the great thing about this game is we didn't lose it, so there was nothing wrong with it. So we can just go to the next one. But if we did drop the game, then we would have had to really review things. But luckily that didn't happen. Okay. Here we go. Bring the knight. We got the other knight to follow, of course. 2 knights out. We know what our next move is. There it is. The bishop. We know we want to get our king castled ASAP. And we got a nice habit coming with our snorkel. There it is. Bishop's hit. Center is available, so I'll go for it. Ooh. Knight's being hit. Okay. Center's not available. Next best thing. Maybe here. Okay, we got a trade to go for here. And now we got to get our bishop out. So we'll go ahead and move that. Okay, I can't really play my bishop here because of these pawns, but... Okay, well, if we move our rook here, this is always a move that we want, a rook in the middle. But how do I move? I need to move this knight so that I can play the bishop there, I guess. It's not really another good way to do it. I'm not too sure, but I don't really have a... don't really have a nice normal square to put that thing. So I'm kind of confused here. What do we do? Need to put this here. Don't really want to ruin the pawns. Need the queen up, but I can't block the bishop. Need to move the knight to go there, but I can't move the knight. I don't know. We'll go here, and we'll reevaluate next move. Okay, a trade. Thank goodness. Something I know for sure. Okay. Can't move this out. This is a tough one. This is just brutal. I don't know. I can't think of a move. I'm jumping ahead to RPM. I'm confused. RPM. I can't really go here without having to take that way. Okay, we'll take that. I'm literally doing the opposite of hap. I'm taking my rook away from the middle. This is the opposite. The fiddle is not being played right now. How do I get these pieces? Like, dude. Yeah, this is rough. RPM, I guess. Jeez, can this guy lay off? Okay, I'm gonna put the bishop here where it attacks the center. That's it's not the normal. You know, I'm a little concerned. It's not bishop there. Okay, Jesus, give me a second, would you? Queen into the center. Rook up. I mean, we're trying to salvage the habits here. Okay, got to move our king, presumably. Jesus. Well, I guess we'll bring the rook to the middle. I mean, this one kind of looks like it might need to stay there, so. Check. Got to move our king. It's rough out here, fellas. What are we even doing? I can't even move this rook. I don't know. Just getting walked like a dog here. Center. Trades. Get in the center, offer a trade. Ay, ay, dude. I got nothing. All right, I mean, we're getting clobbered here. Getting clobbered. See, Mansa 13. He's giving us the work right now. Let's take this. We've only got one legal move, so back we go. Good Lord. What do we even do here? Okay, again, we've only got one square we can go to. Ay, ay, ay. Well. Trades, I don't even know here. Rook into the middle. I mean, I feel like I'm completing things that I'm supposed to be doing, but it's move 28 and I'm completely dead. Trades. Surely that's something. Give me a trade. Give me a trade. It's the first move I've felt confident about all game. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're getting absolutely killed here. All right, staying in the center, you know, near the center, I guess. Move out of the way. Double the rooks, I suppose. Man, into the center, and at this point, I gotta start using my king. Like, it's all I got. Okay. Back to the center we go. King, king, king. What? When it's checkmate, but the game doesn't end. Holy smokes, we actually got obliterated. Obliterated. By Mr. Manza. Didn't feel close, did it? It did not feel close. Zon Jones, 49. Tier 3, welcome back, Spencer. Sun and Leo, 44, welcome back. Okito Poki, 18. Thank you for the reset. Tier 3 from Spencer. At 50 months, maybe I'll become a habit sprah. It's waiting for you, Spencer. Just around the corner. The 600s mean business. I mean, I can't keep up with this. The real issue was we kind of got hit with having to like move our knight, but we could never do it safely. And then we could never get our bishop there because we didn't want to double our pawns. So truly uncomfortable. The only explanation is, you know, you just have to recognize that this is a position where we should double our pawns, but I don't know that that's a habit I want to build right now. I just got to hope that this doesn't happen again, because these double pawns I'm definitely not loving. Don't think we want to get into that business just yet. This is a strong 600. Yep. Nothing much we can do about it. But I can say that, you know, we haven't lost too many games like this, so it was a random one. An outlier. An outlier. Let's continue. I hope it doesn't happen back to back. We're going to play chess following the rules on the screen. Okay. Going to bring our 2 knights out. Got the bishop coming next. We do want to get castled ASAP. Okay. Take towards the center. Get castled. We do need to put a pawn in the center because now we don't have one. So that'll definitely be the next move. Okay. Get that pawn up there. Of course, trade. Definitely we want to trade. We need to get this bishop developed. So let's go here, hitting the center, of course. And we got h6 coming up. We got the rook into the middle. There we go. And we got our queen that we need to move up and the rook over. And then there we go. Then we kind of have our setup there. Looks pretty nice. Oh, hey, we got an RPM enjoyer over here. I respect your game, my friend. I respect your game. Look at him go. Hey, we got a guy that understands chess over here, all right? Okay, we're out of RPMs. You know, when we're lost and confused, maybe double the rooks. That always Feels like a pretty good one. Knight into the middle. These are like my usual moves when I don't have a move. When I'm lost in the sauce, move the pawns till we can't move them no more. Get the rook stacked on top of each other. Maybe bring the knight. Just all about the middle here. Okay, I think I guess we'll just kind of hop in with the knight. That looks like it makes sense. Hey, we got a free piece here. Good habits pay off. Okay, we got to go for the trades, of course. We have trades in front of us. We got to take them. And our knight is being hit, so we got to return, and the center is open and available, so we will go there. Of course, we're interested in trading pieces here, if possible, at all times. Knight's got to move. When you're in the center, I always think like, the way that you got there is usually the safest way out if for some reason you need to move. So we'll go ahead and play this. Our bishop's hit. What are we going to do with this thing? We want to keep the center in mind here. What can we do? Where can we put this thing? I think these two options do make the most sense. I mean, at the end of the day, trade's a trade. Not going to be too bothered there. And how can we trade here? I guess we're not quite in an endgame. Otherwise, I'd start running my king around everywhere. We're not quite there yet, so don't get ahead of yourselves. Offer a trade, and being conscious of the center here. Trade. It's my best piece of advice. Okay, I don't know, I guess I'll move the queen. I'm starting to think I'm tempted to get my king involved, but I don't want to just yet. Let's take, obviously. Gotta take. Okay, what can we do here? Let's put the knight into the middle here and offer a trade as well. I don't mind that. All about the trades here. Okay, that's definitely one of the moves of all time. Let's take the free piece. And our knight's attacked. What have I always said? Safest place is usually right back in the center or back where you came from. So we'll do that. Okay, we'll capture towards the center here. Obviously, we got to go for the capture. What's it going to be here? Okay. What can we do? Gotta keep the center in mind here. Let's go for a trade. I like that. Okay, take that. Okay. Well, let's just push our pawn here. Okay. All right. Hey, using that h6 move. Feeling pretty good about that. Thank you very much. All right. Ooh, I'd like to move it forward, but I'm going to lose my knight there, so can't do that. I don't know. What can we come up with here? Let's protect it. At this point, I'm not really sure what we want to do because our king, is it the end game? The guy has a queen. I don't feel that confident. Okay, we got to put this knight back in the center of the board at all times. I don't know. Is it safe to use my king? I don't really feel like it is. But I don't really know what else to do. It really feels like the end game, even though the guy's got a queen again. So I think we got to bring the king. I'm not really sure what to do here, to be honest with you. King, 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 king. Jack. Okay, check again. Oh, we have a repeater. Let's offer a draw. Oh. He had, he had something different in mind. This is concerning. This is concerning. Okay. Okay. I guess we're taking. I guess we're taking. Oh, yeah. Getting smoked. Anyone ever had a session like this? You just queue up and just slapped in the face. Game after game. Let's see. Today, every day. Time to upgrade the habits. Now that's a guy we just don't need in our circle. Upgrade the habits. Back-to-back losses, and you want to upgrade the habits. Really? You're ready to quit just like that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Feels like our circle is being invaded. The disbelief is palpable. We can't play the circle song. No, it's not safe to play. What went wrong? I mean, Louis played pretty well, but it was really later this pawn just got the... I mean, the pawn is just going, gone. I thought we kind of had a handle on things here. For the most part, it wasn't a bad game by us, and you know, the habits kind of led us to the finish line. Trades. And yeah, it's probably just that pass pawn there needed to be taken care of better than it was. Although I really can't fault myself for going for a trade up 2 pieces like this. So I don't even know if this is one worth fixing, because trading pieces is always going to be the move. So I feel like we got to leave it there. Alate, thanks for the 8 months. Can I use some tactics? I'm not sure I understand. Can I use some tactics? Hello? No tactics is on the screen, my friend. No tactics. Play this way. Gain ELO. We lost a couple, but let's not forget the journey. We're up 163 rating. The Bong King says, you made us lose that. Well, this is a good change from the original series. Because in the original Habit series, when I would win a game, everyone said, well, congratulations, we won. And when I lost the game, everyone said, dude, you lost. So at least you realize that we all lost that game. So that's a step in the right direction. I agree with you. We all lost that game. The circle lost that game. It sucks, but that's the truth. We all lost there. So let's see if you guys can honestly get your act together for next game. Because we're going to need it. We're not messing around here with 400s, okay? We're in the 500s, playing the big dogs. All right. E4, and comes the knight. Always, always capture. And here comes the knight. Now we know we need to make a claim to the center once we don't have a pawn there. So this is an obvious next one. And then the bishop has to come out. It actually can't go there, surprisingly. So this one becomes obvious. Castling ASAP. Snorkel. Time to get this bishop out. And that looks like the best square to do so. Hey, we got a snorkel enjoyer over here. I like that from him. Respect, respect. Bring the rook into the middle. We want to get our queen up and then our rook over. Nice and easy. That's our plan here. Okay, we got a trade. And, you know, these are our next moves. Okay, he's hitting a bishop, but we'll just defend it. Just sticking to all the simple moves here. Rook into the middle next. And then, okay, pause. We have a piece to take. We have a piece to take. We also have a bishop that is being hit 2 times now. Okay. Let's do the rest of our trades and save our bishop. Still aiming at the center. You know, I'm less likely to move my bishop to places like that because it just doesn't have anything to do with the center. All right, rook's being hit, but, you know, I would say bringing it to the center, and offering a trade, perfect. Bringing it to the center and offering a trade, exactly what we need to do. And, okay, takes, obviously we have to take back here. Queen d4. Let's hit him with some RPMs. RPMs. Okay. There we go. Continue this. And I would like to actually play this, but I'm going to lose my bishop, so not really an option. So maybe what we can do instead is bring my queen into the middle of the board. You know, kind of offer a queen trade. I'm always up for a trade, you know that. Jeez, you guys keep bringing up checks, keep bringing up mates. Like, guys, he has space there. I don't think you guys are fully understanding what the snorkel means. Why wouldn't you be able to breathe with a snorkel? Makes no sense. Let's take some pawns, and hey, it's endgame time, which means gotta be straight in there with the king, right? Okay, bishop's hit. I guess we just kind of, yeah, stay like hitting the center, but yeah, time to bring the king. Okay, bishop's being attacked. Go back to the center here. Okay. Definitely take that free piece. And like I said, it's time to bring the king in, right? Very important. Okay. Let's see what we can do with our king here. It's a very powerful piece, so, you know, see if we can just run it around town. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Let's go. Let's go. King, baby. Okay. Our bishop is currently in jail. Not a great feeling. Can we... Oh my goodness. Can we make a trade? Trade, please. Hey, what the fuck? Okay, I was actually joking about the jail thing. But now it's true. Oh, great. Yeah. Nice move from my opponent, but I think he missed the strong defensive resource. Bishop to... Bro, my bishop couldn't move. It was completely stuck. How does that happen? What's occurring here? Or bringing the king in. Bringing the king in. I need to take his pawns here. Okay, I'll definitely take that one. King basically does everything. Let's push, push, push. We've been here before. It's important to show good habits at all times. Crucial. Without good habits, we are nothing. It's important that everyone pays attention to this basic pattern here. Good habits. The pieces coordinate so well together, it'd be a shame not to showcase that. It would be a real shame. I would say this is kind of one of those basic habits. It's one of those ones that you'd expect every good player to know. So it does kind of check out that someone at the basic 563 habits level might know how to, finish off a basic one like this. Hopefully that was easy to follow. Yeah, really just one of the simple patterns. Want to make sure everyone has that. It's probably in your earlier notes, maybe some of your notes from the kindergarten classes, but nevertheless, just wanted to remind everyone. Yeah, very important habits here. I mean, yeah, bishops can be so tricky together. Never really know when it's going to be stalemate, but the bishop and the knight just coordinate so well together. You can see my opponent, he's trying, but it's hopeless. Yeah, they just pretty much a forced mate there. Yeah, I might have to review again there, goal 11. Definitely should be in the basic notes. GG to Rick. And I guess we can say congratulations to you guys because we won. So congratulations, everyone. Nice checkmate. Good morning, Dave. Kinda young Dave. Welcome, brah. We're steady building. We're back. Hello, Sornik. We'll give you a pass. There's a lot of snow where I am. I assume that it snows the exact same everywhere in the world, so we'll call it a weather condition issue. All right. Well, let's make sure to continue here. Ride the good wave. We're at 571. Continuing to build basic and important habits that will shape you as a chess player. Okay. Knight f3. The bishop controlling the center. We start with e4. We then go with the knights. The bishop controls the center. And no, it doesn't control the center from here because it's going to block this pawn, which blocks our other bishop. We maybe have a habits enjoyer over here. I'm going to copy that. Looks like a great move. Boom. Snorkel. Pawn to d3. Because we need to get our other bishop out, and this square is not available, which does hit the center. So you guys already have an idea that it's going to be this square that I utilize. And I'm supporting it with my rook, which I know wants to be in the center. And it's important because bring my rook to the middle, supporting the bishop, it means I don't have to take back with the pawn. We've seen this before, haven't we? There's a good way to take and a bad way to take. We always make this trade. You'll come to realize that one of these is not that great here. We don't know which one that is yet, so we'll find out. Okay, it was that one. That was the one. That was the bad. Yeah, okay. So it was that one. Got it. That was the one. Okay. Well, that was, let's say, unlucky, because I would say always start with the knight. But we'll come back stronger, and hey, don't quit on this game just yet. Don't quit. Don't quit. Well, I can only save one of these pieces, so I mean, yeah, not sure which one to do. Best I got. Hitting the center, you know, at least we've got some control there. I'm going to try to just finish. Okay, trade. Oh, trade. Okay, queen up. Just gonna, you know, try to close out the that's a lot of firepower there. Okay, looks like we're kind of getting dominated here. Time to throw the RPMs out there and just hope and pray. Okay, we trade those. We trade those. Here come the RPMs. RPMs. Trade. Don't mind if I do. RPM, RPM. Okay, I mean, king, what else do we got? I mean, when you're getting completely killed like this, I feel like the only thing to do is push all your pawns and move your king, right? That's pretty much it. Push pawns, move king. It's all I got. It's all I got. It's all I don't got. Get walked like a dog here. Just 58 total moves. Probably 50 of pure pain. So, realistically, he got to this position in 1 minute and 14 seconds. And then he got to this position in like another minute and a half. It took him longer to win when I had nothing than it did for him to take all my stuff off the board. He was being a careful driving toad. What happened here? We got destroyed. Oh, yeah, it was this. I mean, we've basically seen the pawns like this, and we kind of understand, oh, when the pawn goes forward, you know, it's supported and it hits both of our pieces, but I don't think we've quite seen it like this. So in this case, if I was following habits, but I wanted to make sure that this double attack doesn't keep happening to us, then we couldn't actually take like this. So I would say we always want to start with the knight, but in the rare case that the resulting position, it's these two pieces. Again, it's only these two, by the way. It's these two squares. For black and for white, it's always these that get hit. So there you go. I guess it's those. When a pawn shows up there, you can't have two pieces waiting. Because if we take with the bishop, we follow habits, bring our knight in, and it's all good. So I think that would satisfy everything. If at first you don't ladder, make another ladder and try again. .48 Raver, he got us good. We take notes and we move on. Brazilian Monk, thank you for the 200 bits, and Spacey Ja, thank you for the resub. E5, yes. Going for our typical knights out. And there goes the bishop. Okay, bishop to safety. King castled, of course. Pawn here. Interesting. Well, we'll continue as usual. We got our snorkel. We got our d6 move. Bring our pieces out. Okay, we'll take this one. Always taking. Need to play bishop here. Not that interested in doubled pawns, so of course. Here we go. Trade. Nice and easy. Okay, queen's got to move. Rook's got to come over. Feels like I'm watching a horror movie. Feels like I'm watching a horror movie I've seen before. Yeah, no, we've been here. We've been in this exact spot. Yep, we've been exactly here. Yep, we're dead. We are dead. I don't have a I don't have a snowball's chance in hell here. Completely dead. Wow. But we've fully had this before. This is going to need some summer school. We're going to need some summer school. I can't save this knight, and I can't move it. I can't move it. I don't know. Don't have anything to recommend here, guys. Trying to survive. But this will definitely need a talking to. Oof. Okay, we got the rooks in. RPM, baby. RPM's never let me down. It's never let me down. Not once. He seems to be ignoring the RPMs. We step to the side, no problem, no problem. And we get absolutely brutalized in a mere 20 moves. Now, we talk about things we've seen before. This is actually one of them. What do you guys think is actually leading to the loss the most? There's really a lot of elements here. But we've seen almost this exact same thing, and it's the early pieces, but we don't seem to care about that. The knights come out, and I feel pretty solid there. So what's actually leading to the downfall? It seems pretty clear to me. It seems pretty clear to me. In the case where our opponents are showing a, let's call it, an unwillingness to maybe castle, and especially a willingness to play this move, I believe, although not removing it entirely, certainly delaying in favor of other strong moves that we know are good, delaying h6 may be the way to go, right? The snorkel can wait. Even this one, like even those types of moves could be better than this, because this feels like it stops it right away, but then he's basically getting the G file open for no reason, and that's a big problem. That's a really big problem. So it feels like what we're doing is we're aware that we're going scuba diving. We're so excited that, you know, we've got our snorkel on while we're on land before we jump in. We're so excited. But there's a couple troublemakers in the class who are pouring water in the snorkel before we even go under, that by the time we need to use it, we're already drowning. So we just need to delay it. Just need to hold on to it a little bit longer. In the case where there's some troublemakers around, no rush. Let's try that. No rush, but only in this situation. For any others, I still think get that in early, be prepared. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. So we'll see if that makes a difference at all. Because we got killed right now, and we've been beat in this exact way a few times before. So if I imagine a pawn here and that pawn back there, it feels like yeah, this could be much, much different. So let's give that a go at the very least. I don't know if it'll help. Slow snorkel. All right. Next. Take. That's a nice easy one for us. We want to get the knights out, of course. And as usual, when we lack a pawn in the center, we do need to add one in. Ooh, okay. That's a new one. Unfortunately, we're not... That's a little too freaky for me. So I guess we just kind of continue as usual. Kind of sucks we don't get a pawn in the center. Not too happy about that, but got to stick with those habits. Okay. Castle ASAP. I want to be careful of the bottle kids here, you know. Got to be careful. Oh, he's going here. Look, nice, easy one for me. Defending and opening up our bishop. Of course, we got a trade to make. So let's go ahead. Oh, there's no G-pawn that can go. Perfect. We can get our snorkel out. We dodged the bottle kids. Feeling good about that. Red dot. Red dot. Got to be on alert here. Got to be on alert. Okay. Let's stick with it. Simple, simple. The guy's got one queen out. Look at this disrespect. A disrespect to chess. He's got one queen, his move 10. Come on. What the heck? Come on, man. Crazy. Of course we got to take it. Needed. Can't hang free pieces. We do not do that in this house. Okay, what are we doing here? RPMs, knights in, save the piece. RPMs. I mean, well, it was fun while it lasted. Opponents are locked in today. I got nothing here. I got nothing. So our queen's attacked, and our opponent's threatening to checkmate us. And I just don't see any moves. This move unfortunately loses the queen, so yeah, I got nothing. Brutal. Brutal. Bishop f7, rook e5. No sacrifices. We don't play that way. That's way too fancy. Ouch. I mean, these guys are good. What's going on here? I mean, it felt like we got out of the way pretty nicely. I mean, what's the deal here? We're 12 moves deep. I got all the pieces out. How am I not the one that's happy? He's got 2 pieces and he just gave me the work like that. I think you should start at the next level. The intentional losing is hard to watch. Well, I feel closer to the community already, which is natural because when the circle shrinks, we actually get closer together. One less person in our circle. We're just weeding out ye of little faith. You might be sitting there saying there's no path forward. Or you might be trusting the process. You might be trusting the habits. Depends who you are. We're running into some opponents who are playing some very tricky lines against us. You guys are telling me you've never gone on a 2-game loss streak, 3-game loss streak? I certainly have. I'm not afraid to say it. Sometimes you got to have some tough conversations. But it doesn't mean that we can't go on a win streak as well. If you're ready to bail on the habits that quickly, then maybe the habits weren't meant for you in the first place. Let's lock back in. E5. The habits never fail. They can only be failed. Let's not fail the habits. We've been here before. Don't stress. We've seen this. We've discussed this. We know exactly how to handle this. Yes. Yes. Let's go. What the hell is that? Guy just sacrificing for no reason. No problem here. Just have a little faith. Okay. King's attacked. Let's get to safety here. I think I just felt the circle get a little bit smaller. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. There's still a few of us here, right? There's still a few of us, here. Right. As long as we still got a couple. These are the blind faith bras. Well, we can't go forward until we address what just happened here. I've never been annihilated this bad before. That was a 9-move loss. No, but you can't convince me that I'm supposed to go into the middle of the board. No, there's nothing habits about this. No, but I have to go here. Okay, so if I have to go there, and I don't want to go there, it means... It means that we always bring... the bishop out. If we see these two. So in the unique case that these are the first two moves, you know, if the guys bring out the two knights, I'm happy to stick with my two knights. But if they specifically bring these ones out, this looks like a nice remedy because that move's not even playable. It's not possible. This looks important. And then this one allows it. What that also means is that if this move gets played, we might need to play this. Because if he plays this one, we need to play this one. And if we play this one, we might get tricked. And we're back here again. So in order to prevent that, we're going to need to start with this. That's all I got. These two pieces, we actually need this one. Because the way I just lost there is not, it's not something I'm looking to repeat ever. Ever again. That was very unpleasant. Probably one of the nastiest looking losses that you're ever going to take. Bishop. There you go. Bishop c5. Against these two only, though. Remember, I mean, there's going to be all sorts of random whatever moves to play. We got to remember it. Write it down. This is crucial. Yep. This is needed. Okay. I feel good about that. I feel good about that. I mean, I don't feel good about what just happened, but I feel good about this fix. Feel good about this vaccine. All right. Let's lock back in. You know what I'm waiting for, guys? I'm waiting for everything we just learned to appear. You realize that if I see that stuff again, I'm ready this time. So I'm either never going to see it again, or I'm going to see it again, and this time I'll be ready. Both of which I'll be fine with. In fact, I probably prefer the first one. Just never see it again. That'd be good. I'm just saying. Can't catch me off guard again. We're learning. We're note taking. Prince Jokar from Kenya. This guy is actually a really nice guy. He's emailed me a couple times, sent me $10,000 before. All right, let's get the knight out. Okay, I don't see the bishop there, so bring the two knights here. Let's get this bishop out. And get castled here. ASAP. Okay, hang on a sec. Everyone got their notepads out? Can you flip back a couple pages? I'm pretty sure we covered this. Yeah, feel good about this one. Ah, fool. What a fool. Okay, free piece. Knight needs to move. Not in the center. Over here. Well, I've actually only got one square, so go ahead here. Uh, Its 500s are built different. This is the first time in the circle that I've held both hands belonging to the same person. You're glad I'm bringing back the habits. Well, at the moment, I'm not. All right? So we did everything right this time. I was happy about this. So if... Okay, hear me out. If... Hear me out. If someone comes up to you and says, I'll give you $6 if you give me $6, is your reaction going to be just do nothing, wait for that exchange to occur, and keep it moving? Or is your reaction going to be to pull out a gun and said, make the fucking deal right now? 6 for 6, bitch. Right now. I think we can hold off. I think we can hold off. So what I'm thinking is, instead of bringing violence into the situation, we'll just let it happen. What? Sure, do it. That's fine. We don't need this. What is this? I'm turning the situation chaotic, because after this, all of a sudden, he doesn't want to make the deal anymore. I pull out a weapon, so does he. This isn't the way. This isn't the way. I've learned from my mistakes. If he wants to make a deal, let's just make a deal. We don't need to antagonize. Especially not the prince. Move like this, you know? Let's get a feel for, eventually we might need to give him a gentle nudge, right? If he emails me about this deal today, I don't need to email him back right away. But, if I don't hear from him again, I might need to check in. But I definitely think antagonizing the situation is not helpful. We're learning this. Wow. Isn't it amazing, guys? Don't you just feel great? Feel like you're improving, right? I certainly do. I can just feel the feel the improvement. Every single game that goes by, I feel stronger, more in tune, more capable. The best part about learning is I will either never see these things again, or I'll see them again and I'll be ready. Are all of these from today? No. Those are weekly. All right. Back in. Last hour. Mods, get that guy. All right. Okay. 5:31. It's a new day. A new breath. Let's go. All right. Jimbo. Take. Knight out. We know this. Knight out. We know this. Pawn in the middle because we don't have one. We know this. Bishop out. We know this. Oh. We know this. Don't know what you're doing, but castles. Knights hit. Center. Not available. Available. We go here. Okay, of course we got this move in mind, but I'm holding off lately. I don't know if Buddy's cooking up something for me, so I got a lot of useful moves. I'm ready to deploy them. Rook into the center. Bishop out. There it is. Controlling the center, of course. I'm traumatized, but we'll bring our snorkel out. Give me some time. It's coming. Haven't forgot about it. Just working through some PTSD right now. All right, queen up, rook over. Trades. Always trades. Always trades. Queen up. Rook over. That's it. That's it. Here we go. Bring it back. Bring it back. Now we got everything here. Now we're ready to go. Now we can get the snorkel. I'm feeling okay about this. RPM. We're ready. We're ready. Trades, trades, trades. More RPMs. Here we go. What's an RPM? Someone tell him. Someone tell him. Crucial definition to know. Random. Pawn. Move. Yes, sir. If my RPM can be in the center, even better. You know, once we've moved the guys over here, center. Let's go. RPMs. Whoa. That's a piece we just won. That's friendly. Peace trades. We love them. We love peace trades. Take them every time. Queen needs to move. Let's just stay in the center. Of course, aimed at the center. This is a nice safe square. We got our rooks here. We're looking for trades. So yeah, next turn, you already know I'm interested. Rook takes rook. And take that back. Got an RPM to throw out there. So let's go ahead and do it. Maybe something like, queen into the middle, offering a trade. Always working around these 4 central squares if possible. If possible. Let's see how he reacts to that one. Would like to trade, though. It's all about trading. If we can find a way to trade the remaining pieces, we'll be doing well. And we didn't forget our snorkel here. We got space for our king later. Okay. He's going up the board. How can I get more trades in? That's really what I'm looking at here. More trades, more trades. Like the queen, for example. How can we trade this? The rook? I mean, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. Okay, we'll defend the pawn. I don't know. Stay around the middle. I'm really not sure what to do here. Might move my pieces around a little aimlessly. Okay. Yep. We're going to definitely head back here. Always got to lift the kimono. That's unlucky, my friend. We have never been more back. Habits has never been more back. Let's go. We've never been more back. This is going to kickstart everything. This is going to... Oh, yeah. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Yeah. See that lineup? That's people trying to join the circle. Yeah. Yeah. They're back. Look at them. Clamoring to get back in. Those who retained their circle position have now been upgraded to the VIP seats. We got to keep the momentum going. In this series, if you win one game, that's called momentum. Bishop here. Think. This one. This one. This one. This one. This one. Remember that. All right, we got our 2 knights here. Bishop's out next. King's looking to get castled. Let's not incite violence here. Let's not do anything crazy here. Just a couple innocent moves. All right, look, it's been a couple days. I need to send a follow-up email. All right, well, look at that. We handled that way better. Let's go. Let's go. Look at the difference. Look at the moves. Oh, my guy. You're one step ahead of yourself. Rooks into the middle. Let's go. Let's go. RPMs. Random pawn moves. We're out of pawns over here, so we'll use kind of the last one that we had available there, which was in the center. Let's go. Anyone have an idea what we usually do around now? Let's get 2 good ideas, and let's ignore this god-awful blunder. 2 good ideas. Let's pretend it's black's turn here. What would black be doing next? 2 big ideas. Stack the rooks, absolutely. Don't know what the hell to do? Double the rooks in the middle. Boom. That's one. What's the other one? RPM, always though. Always RPM. We already know that one, right? We're in the middle of doing RPMs right now. So I'm saying aside from RPMs, because we're on that step. Knight d4. Yeah, knight into the center. It will incite a lot of trades. It's moving the knight in the center, and it's allowing for more RPMs in the future. Absolutely, yes. 2 biggest ideas right there, aside from RPMs. Well done. Let's take that. 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 That's pretty easy. All right. Don't mind that at all. Time to use the king. It is the endgame. I'll go for some trades there. I mean, the endgames, this is just a masterclass. Habits endgames, use your king, take some pawns. As soon as you got a free run to the edge of the board there, take it. Go all the way. Meanwhile, trade. Bring the queen back to the middle here. Oh, and we get a resignation. Habits has never been so back. Big. The respect resignation as well. They know what we're capable of here. Pay attention. Earlier that game, did you guys notice? We didn't incite violence here. Just went about my business. But obviously got to check in with the guy if you haven't heard from him in a couple days. And then RPMs and basic habits took us the rest of the way. E5, let's go. Knight here. All right, let's go with this knight. We got this knight following up. We got, of course, the bishop following up next. And we want to get castled. Well, there's no pawn here. Looks it. The coast looks clear to me. Continue. Okay. 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 We have to stay locked in here. Don't flinch. Add some defense. Okay, take that back. Definitely need some rooks involved. Okay. Move to the side here. Looking reasonable. I've seen worse. I've seen worse. Oh, okay. He's undoing. We can undo. He tricked me. I almost went back here again. No, let's stick to the habits. Stick to the habits. Okay. RPMs here. Okay, we got a trade. Go for that. Okay. I'm just going back and forth here. That's fine with me. RPMs will take us home. Random pawn moves. Only got one more. It's pawn in the center, so I feel extra good about that. Gotta go for a trade here. Okay, we have no more RPMs, so yeah, at this point, we're probably in trade mode. So in terms of trades, I would say two moves come to mind. Trading the queens always feels good. This is a nice central move, and quite literally, this move is the center. Rook d4. So both look pretty good. I think queen here makes a bit more sense. Can always double the rooks as well. Okay, check. Double up on the bubble up. Okay, we can't actually take this, and we can't take this free queen because we're in check. Okay. Okay, you got us. You got us. I suppose it could be worse. Maybe back to that trading thing. I mean, this move also makes sense. You know, get attacked, attack back. And we're maybe ready to double the rooks here, so don't mind that at all. Okay. We are in the end game here. I don't see any queens on the board, so might be time to head towards the middle. Bishop needs to move. Center is available, so I'll always default to that. Okay, gotta move. So probably here. Rook e1. What can we do here? Gotta move the king out of the way here. Red dot. Red dot. I'll also take a pawn in the... You grab mine, I grab yours. Fair's game. Hey, look at that. Look at that. And a trade? My lucky day. Oh my god, another one. No. Too kind. Endgame, baby. Endgame. Let's go. Oh, and the resignation. I don't even have to prove myself. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Brazilian Monk, for the gifted sub. Next, sir. 2 months. Welcome back. We take those. The habits are strong. They're taking us to the promised land. 2-for-1 deal on rooks. Active king makes a difference here. Even without the rook, I mean, I would just be feasting on pawns. That's the plan. Are there available seats in the circle? I mean, it's something that you won't necessarily expect, you know, after how the circle was treated. You know, how many people just departed like that. But that's the thing about the circle. You know, we're better than the people that leave it. We always have open arms to welcome people back. That's what the circle is all about. Sigma Squared gifting a sub to Teneric. Thanks for that. Another one in. In the circle, Teneric. Look at that. Like I said, open arms. Open arms. Let's continue. We're at 555. Is that a lucky number? All right. E4. We know exactly what's happening here. Knight F3. And the other knight comes out. Got the pawn in the center, the two knights, the bishop controlling the center. Castles. Now, I'm a little bit apprehensive, but I'm going to take the plunge here. It looks safe. Okay, nervous. We're going to continue. Whew. Let's go rook here. And after rook e1, you guys know the next thing. Oh, okay, hang on. I was going to say, you know the next thing we want to do. But I guess that was actually true because you know that we want to trade. And you know we want to go to the center. So knight d5. And of course, we're going to take that back. I feel like we've had this before. The pawn takes, hits our knight. We go to the center. This is easy. We've had this before. Trade. Now, I'd like to move this bishop here. I'd like to move it here, but these squares are not available. So the bishop kind of has to go here, which means the queen kind of has to go here. And then the rook can come over to the middle. And then we're good. Then we're good. Okay, we have our snorkel here. Our queen out, connecting the rooks, bringing them to the middle. Sweet sounds of that fiddle. And then it's finally time for the RPMs. Okay, we'll go ahead and take that, as always. Okay. More RPMs over here. Pawns, pawns, pawns. RPMs. Send them up. Send them up. Okay. I don't know what this is. Take towards the center. Queen's under attack, so had to be a little nervous there. Whoa. What the hell is this? What the heck? Okay, I mean, we got to take a trade here. Endgame? Center? I mean, this is a little unfortunate, but I feel like I'm not that... I don't know. Is it manageable here? It's time to use our king and trade pieces. Our bishop can finally improve into... Oh, okay. Take those. Our bishop can finally improve. We got more RPMs to toss in here. We're our king up. I feel like, I don't know, I'm improving my bishop here. I'm open to trading rooks if he's up for it. And that's about it. I don't really have a plan past that. For example, rook here, we might, yeah, trades at all times. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I don't mind this at all. Now I get a chance to really just kind of take pawns, push, and move my king. That's what the end games are all about. They're real simple when you're following the habits. Okay, push the pawn here. Pretty much push every pawn in sight here. Let's go into the center. Gotta take that. Okay, definitely happy to... Okay, I can't go up the board anymore. Take that. I guess come back to the center. I got a pawn and I got a finish line. That's about it. That's all I know. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, we can't push just yet. Let's continue with the pawns here. Using my king as a weapon. Using my king as a weapon. Okay. Bring the king over to the pawn. That's all we know. Okay. Hey, 2 550s. Very professional result here. Just a couple guys, nothing between them. Talent matched up with talent. GG to Ward. Jacuzzi Diamonds, thanks for the 17 months with Prime, of course. Thank you, Jacuzzi. Welcome in G Madrid. Well, I mean, we started class when class was supposed to start. What do you mean? Welcome in Habits Builder G Madrid. Standard day at the 550 office indeed. Nothing to see here, folks. On to the next one. Let's follow the habits. E5. We start every game with the e-pawn. Then we want to bring our 2 knights out. Weather permitting. Then I actually want to play this move usually, but in this particular case, I can't. So I guess we're only going to play this one because I need to play this. I know that for a fact to get my other bishop out. Let's castle. Always trade. That's one of our rules to follow. It makes it really easy. And now when I develop this bishop, notice I can't go there. So I'm going to go here. Why are these the only 2 squares I'm considering? Because that's the center of the board. So every move that I make, I would like it if it had something to do with the center. So we'll go with this one. Bring the queen up. Rook over. We got our look. Hey, you see this? See this move right here? The patience with our snorkel. Look at the patience. Who knows what could happen? We got our rooks in the middle. You see? Okay, well, we're going to hang on to that one. We can hang on to it for later. It's time for some RPMs. We've got all our pieces out. Rooks in the middle, queen up. It's time for some random pawn moves. Knight needs to move. Center first. Can't do it. Can't even do this. Actually, this is an easy move. There's only one. Okay, there we go. Well, we're going to keep our habits going. Pawn, just random pawn moves. That's it. All right. I got another one coming. I mean, it's not hard to guess what my next move's going to be. It's going to be knight takes rook, obviously, because it's a free piece. And we always take free pieces. There we go. And let's continue with those random pawn moves. Continue with the random pawn moves. And of course, always taking everything that we can. So take. Now that we got this position, the move that looks most interesting to me is this one. Because now I can finally bring my snorkel into play. Queen's hit. Let's stay in the center. You know, everything is about these squares right here. Sure. Bring it back to safety. I want to play h6. Real bad. All right. Bishop needs to move. Again, thinking central here. I'm probably going to go to this square. It covers the most central squares. Looks nice and safe. Let's do that. And of course, h6, our snorkel. We need that one next. Make sure we feel nice and cozy there, that we can breathe. Okay. Well, we should be going here, but now, only now, I've noticed our rook is hanging. Okay, we got to move this thing. We got to move this thing. That's a trade, so immediately going to take that, and now I can finally play h6. The snorkel. Feels good, man. Feels good, man. All right, let's stay central. These squares right here, there's a free pawn to pick up. This is feeling great. Next ideas for me, maybe doubling the rooks, trading anything I can. That's what I'm interested in. Trying to stay central. That's a trade. Let's take that. Looks like our opponent's just stupid. Doesn't take it back, but oh well. Let's take free material then. Okay. And I guess we'll just double the rooks here. Okay. Nice, easy plan there. And for me, I mean, it's always the best if I can just like trade queens. Like I'm looking to trade anything. Trade. And if for some reason we don't get a trade happening, then at this point, these are the pawns. These are my pieces. I just want to gang up on them. This is a trade, though. We take that. Right in the center of the board. Not difficult to spot. Rook takes pawn. And now we can just kind of clean up the rest of the pawns. Using these two rooks, we should be able to pile up on this pawn. And make sure to take every last piece of our opponents off the board. All right. Well, now that we've taken every piece, it's time to make that queen. All right. Once we've got the queen, all we need to do is check the king, and it'll always be checkmate. We'll never stalemate as long as we check. Start in the center, get a little bit closer, and look at that, it's mate. It's mate. It's that easy. Just keeping the center of the board in mind. This could be you. Is that unbeaten in 5 games? I mean, it is Eadwig, but something tells me the haters won't be counting this one. You know, they were here when we lost 5 in a row, but they're silent now after we haven't lost in 5 games. Am I right? Tim in Philly, thank you for the 57-month Prime resub. Thank you, Tim in Philly. Go Tims. 55 months. From Spenny Thompson. Spenny. Snow day. Greatest part about snow days. Does anyone know? Going once, going twice. Spenny, what's the best part about snow days for you? What does everyone love about a snow day? Ellie Telly 93, thanks for the new Prime sub. No school? You guys are real stupid, aren't you? You're literally in class right now. No. Unfortunately, nobody got the correct answer. The correct answer is snow days are the best because it's the one guarantee to get the filthy cyclists off the road. That's right. I don't see those bastards biking down the roads anymore. Put it away, pal. Ah, what a great day for everyone. A win for everyone on a snow day, I say. You've had enough of this anti-cyclist rhetoric. Yeah. There's just, they don't really have ground to stand on there. You know, the cyclists. They're not a very lovable bunch. Oh, this joke could go in a lot of directions. What do you call 10,000 cyclists at the bottom of the ocean? A good start. Like I said, could have gone a lot of directions. Yeah, you're gonna bike on over there and give you a piece of my mind. Reminds me of those Looney Tunes ones where, you know, I think it's like their fist kind of turns into like this almost like a Hulk like fist. Why you wanna? I'm gonna head on over there and give him a piece of my mind. Well, I'll see you in 3 to 5 business days, Spenny. But I did my part. I was shoveling this morning. So, you know, while I maintain my stance against all cyclists, I did my part. You know, I made sure that there was ample room for those skinny little wheels to trudge along. Hey, you know, they say Zoom, it's built to size. Got a lot of snow, yep. When I say shovel snow, I'm talking real effort, real work. Feels like a couple feet, I don't know. Don't know exactly. You were driving with your dad once and a cyclist came next to you really close and your dad smacked him with the passenger door. You see, now these are the kind of moments that just stick with kids forever. You know, that's a moment you have for life. You know, cherish that moment with your pops. That sounds beautiful. Just think about that guy on the bicycle. He's probably a dad. He's probably going home, and what's the moment he shared with his son? I was riding my bike today and I got smacked by a car door. L. Cyclists stay taking L's. Well, Mr. Monopoly, it is a snow day, but we still managed to get everyone into class. So I can say that I'm doing my part. Let's not lose sight. We're at 563 and climbing. Let's make sure not to lose our momentum. E4 and knight f3, always our next move. Okay, we haven't really seen any of this. Always take. Knight has to go somewhere. Center is available. Trade. Always trade. Okay, other knight out. bishop out. Looks normal. Let's get castled. And yeah, to get this bishop out next, you probably have to play here. Oh, that looks like a free piece. We'll go ahead and take that. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly. Queen is attacked. Got to go to safety. I'll go here rather than all the way back. I mean, this is in the center. It looks like the next square queen would have moved to anyway to make way for the rooks. And yeah, let's just follow up with d3 so that we can get this bishop developed. That looks like the way to go. Queen out here. He's got his own threats, but luckily we have a snorkel, and it looks like it even deals with that threat as well. So perfect. Just perfect. Okay, we'll take that one. Now we've got to think here. This guy's up to something on the h2 square. You know, the habits book would say maybe bishop here. But with this pawn hanging so many times, it's pretty hard not to take it. So, best of every single world, following all the habits. Check. Right? Literally making a move into the 4 central squares will pretty much always be good. Always interested in that. Develop this bishop. Okay, here we go. To the normal square. To the normal square we go. Our bishop is hanging here. Obviously, we can't hang free pieces. That wouldn't be very habitual. So we're forced to play this move here. Bring the bishop back. Can't be hanging free pieces. Wanted to play bishop here to just get a trade. In the end, maybe we'll get even more trades than that. We'll see. We're going back to our habits next. Okay, takes. We can go ahead and take back, bringing a piece into the center as well. Here. Okay, same thing. We'll capture that. Oh, okay, we'll capture that. And hey, you interested? Perfect. Hey, I like this guy. Trade, trade, trade. Bishop needs to move. We'll just go back. All about the king in the endgame. Okay. Needed to find a safe square there. Oh. Okay. Well, I'm running out of moves here. And take this. Okay. Now I actually ran out of moves. That's okay. We'll go back to the basics here. Endgame. Just let that king go crazy. How about that? Let that king go crazy. King does everything. All right, well, we got a pawn. I think it's time to send it up the board. Okay. He's clearly going to stop us, so we'll just take this pawn, and there we go. All right. We got a knight and a queen. A bit of a funny combination here. Jack. 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 Just have to put him in check and good things will happen. The checks will always bring it home. Just checks, baby. All right, and the simple pattern of using checks is always effective. You'll never stalemate. Genius. Who came up with that? Who came up with that? Wow, I like that rule. You guys will never be the suckers that stalemate your opponent and you'll look like a fool. It won't be you. It won't be you. Bleebup says, bring the king. Gosh, we know better than this already. Now, here's the thing. I think it's fair that we don't bring the king and instead we stick to habits by giving checks. And here's my logic. You guys suck. So you wouldn't be in this position without the habits. So why do you get to decide all of a sudden that you know better than the habits once you're here? You wouldn't be here without them. So yeah, take your food stamp, get to the back of the line, and follow the habits. You don't get to decide when you're going to listen to them and when you're not. You just follow them. You want to go off script? That's fine. You'll be the guy that's checkmating with your king and your queen here. Congratulations. But you'll probably only get to do that 1 in every 100 games because you'll never get here. You'll lose. So, I see what you're saying, but it just doesn't make sense. You got to follow the habits through and through. This is not what the circle would want. I consulted with the spheres, and this is not what the circle would want. Take all free pieces, Christomir. It happens. It happens, Christomir. Just follow the habits. They might lead you astray a few times, but they'll take you to the promised land overall. Yep, that's in the end game, Blib Up, right? To take all the pawns and then to enable you to promote a pawn to a queen. If you got another pawn, promote that to a queen as well. But once you're in that situation, we don't use our king anymore. We just make it happen. Checks only. That's all you need. Nice and simple. We'll graduate soon, but no need to rush. Next game. Knight f3. Knight c3. 2 knights after the pawn in the center. Very typical. In comes that bishop. Next comes the king. We already know. save that bishop. Okay, trap that bishop, trap that bishop. Capture towards the center. Okay, I think it's happened one too many times. It's happened one too many times. We have to go back in with a clipboard and... No, hang on, what am I saying? The game is still ongoing. What are we talking about? We don't need to... What the... We don't need to fix any habits. The habits will bring us the win here. The habits will bring us the win. We don't need to be concerned. Bring that queen into the middle. You know, hit some RPMs. Okay. There we go. Don't worry, don't worry. Okay. Okay. Give me that. Give me that. Can't go in the center. Got to go here. Still got some more RPMs to get out. These are next on the docket. Okay, trades we always do, of course. Hitting the rook. Let's stay in the center here. Of course, we don't want to lose any material here. And this is probably the next move. RPM, it's pretty much the only pawn move in the position, so that's a guarantee. There it is. Let's see how he reacts to this. Okay, well, definitely going to be taking. Queen needs to move. Probably, I don't know, stay central, right? Makes sense. We got this one coming up next. Nice little RPM there. Random pawn move. Taking us home. We got a trade here. We always take a trade. Always take a trade. All right. What can we do? Always looking for trades. Always looking for moves in the center. Knight here comes to mind. Might do a little bit of both, like especially if he takes. Okay, the bishop moves back. Would like to trade, but I'm not really sure how to. So, okay, we'll take this. Free pawn, sure. These are my favorite moves. There's only one legal move, so don't have to use any brain cells. I'd like to trade queens, but it ain't that easy. Maybe if he takes, we have the... yeah, okay. No, this is actually a big mistake here. I know some of you might be newer players, but this does allow a queen trade. Is he really thinking about this? Gotta take the queen trade. Surely. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. Gotta, you know, use our king to go crazy here, I guess. It's the endgame, so endgame is pretty much all about using your king like crazy, pushing pawns, and taking pawns if you can that are, you know, blocking yours so that you can just push. That's pretty much all we do in the endgame. Okay, let's go ahead and push this because we do want to be pushing pawns a little bit. Okay, king Just keep moving here. King's attacked. Okay, knight's got to move. We're definitely, yeah, go center here. Move into the center. Always a good one. What can we do here? I guess move into the center. Also makes a threat. It's not too bad. I'd like to use my king, but I'm kind of blocked everywhere. Okay, let's take this. That's why we put the rook there. Okay. The rook out of the way of this pawn. Endgames for me are are just that. Okay, king there. Push our pawn here. Okay. Guess we gotta chase this one down. Kind of annoying. Okay, I can't move the knight. Unfortunate. Guess we try to take this. It's the best we got. Try to take this. Try to trade. Seems like the best we got. Got a free piece there, but then he ended up taking our rook. This guy's got some moves here. He's checking us. I'll just be using my king like crazy at this point. I got pawns. That's it. All right. Let's see how we do here. Go me. Go me. Okay, we definitely take those. Got to keep your stick on the ice at all times. Habits, baby. It never lets you down. Come on now. I know you lost faith a long time ago, but those in the circle, they didn't. They understood. They understood. He's capable of quite some good moves there, but got to keep that stick on the ice. Got to keep the stick on the ice there. No leg, thanks for the new Prime sub. Quantity sufficient, thanks for the 26 months. Also with Prime. Thank you, Quantity. G Madrid. Oh, you got the Kool-Aid package I sent you? You should have already had that by now. You do have your Circle membership, so usually the only way that gets confirmed is with a confirmation that you've had the Kool-Aid. But as long as you have it now, I think we're okay. Ruby9, thanks for the 56 months. I was just doing it this morning, Ruby9. Yep, I was just saying. Arms are a little sore. Yeah, putting the work in. Putting the work in. We are building habits together. Let's continue. E4. Knight F3. Knight C3. Let's go. Bishop C4. We've got our moves on lock here. This is not confusing. We know exactly what we're up to. I got this. I think I'll hold on for just a move here, just to see. Okay, coast should be clear. Got our bishops out. Actually, both of them made it to these squares, which controlling the center. I have to be very happy about this. And would you look at that? I feel good that we did not move that. Okay, well, the center is available, so I'll stick with the true habits, which is, you know, yeah, into the middle if available. Let's go. Okay, recapture that. Go habits. We got our snorkel, right? Ready to bring that out. Of course, rook into the middle. Queen up. Let's, I think I might wait on that one a little bit more. Let's go rook into the middle here. Well, we've been worried about people playing very aggressive moves. And so it can be nice not to have that there. It kind of gets used as a bayonet. All right, knight's attacked. Let's get to safety here. Okay. Do we trust it now? It's been a lot of moves without our snorkel, so let's do it. We want to just bring the rook in. The sweet sound of the fiddle, played by the rooks in the middle. There we go. It's almost RPM time. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Here they come. Here they come. Go RPMs. Random pawn moves, ladies and gentlemen. This might shock you, but... All right, we're going to take that free piece. We're going to play RPMs. Our knight's attacked. Got to move it into the center. Just following the habits here. Got to take free material here. Okay, perfect. And continue with the RPMs here. Okay. I got more where that came from. More where that came from. Always gotta take. Always gotta take. Oh, we can't be losing our queen like this. Can't be losing our queen like this. All right, knight's attacked. Got to move into the center. Typical habits move. Just going with the tried and trusted ones here, guys. Okay. Take that. Also move into the center here. Every move, just habitual. You've seen it before. Basic. Double the rooks, of course, as we know. One of the standard plans of the series. And let's finish off with a couple important moves. We got some final RPMs to get in there. And there we go. There we go. Got to go for a trade, as we know. And that looks like a free piece there, so we'll take that. Okay, you know, we're thinking central. Always looking for a piece trade as well. Not really sure what move it would be. Queen takes pawn looks pretty decent. Yeah. What can we do here? I really want to trade this rook. I'm not exactly sure how to do it. Okay, we'll just stay central here. Okay. Just staying central. Nothing to see here. Just a guy following habits to a T. Yeah. Every move. Habitual. We'll take it, guys. Every move here is pretty much in the playbook. We're at 579. Peter Smith, thanks for the 10 months and welcome back. Yes, happy little accidents, I would say. Euphoria. Very nice. Very nice. Low elo bullying. I mean, that's a big compliment. That's a big compliment. We are a 500. We are this rating. Is there a support group for this habit? Unfortunately not. We don't support these guys. Grandmaster Nakesons, thanks for the raid. That's very appreciated. Get a shout out in here. We are doing habits right now. Everyone will surely be very interested from going from high quality grandmaster analysis down plummeting into the 500 ELO category. I'm 500 here. We are 500. We're all 500s as we learn chess together from the ground up. I have a beginner improvement series on the chessbrah YouTube channel 4 years ago. And we're bringing it back now. All you have to do is play chess, doing exactly what I say, exactly what's written on the screen, and nothing else. Which means no pre-moves, no tactics, no gambits, no sacrifices, nothing. Put it all on the shelf. Everything you do goes towards the center. Don't hang pieces. That's a tough one, I know. And make sure when your opponent hangs them that you take them every single time. We've been ascending from 400 ELO now with these exact rules and these exact rules only. Why did we push the A pawn? Well, I'll explain in the next game. But our path into the middle game is the exact same every time we play, and it's always good. Let's jump into another one and see how it goes. 5-minute chess. We're playing a fembot here. Okay, bishop here. Let's dive into the data bank here. This is highly disturbing for us. We need to play this move. We just want to make sure that doesn't hit. But we have been absolutely embarrassed by this. And especially with the extra people watching, we're not going to let that happen. Okay. Pawn up. Boom. Nice freebie for us. Easy. Oh, trades. Got my name on them. Attack. All right. Let's go back. Perfect. Trades. Every single time you can trade a piece, trade it. Easy. No concerns. Knight out. We want to get castled, of course. Immediate castle. What are the next things upcoming? Of course, we need to develop this bishop. We need this out. But most importantly, we need a snorkel. I don't know. The going might not be so good. I want to make sure that we always have a place for that king. Never want to leave him behind. So early on, very important. The queen pretty much only ends up on these two squares, and the rooks end up in the middle to the sweet, sweet tune of that fiddle. We want to bring our bishop here. Oh, hang on. Abort. I wanted to play bishop here, but we have a trade. I'm sorry, but we always trade. Rooks into the middle, which means we already know our next move. Goddamn easy. Put it in there. Now that we've got the rooks in the middle, we've traded everything that we could. We've got our snorkel. It's time for the most important moves of the game. The RPMs. You guys know what an RPM is, right? Right? RPM, random pawn moves. Just chuck them. Chuck them. Oh, always take. Chuck them. Chuck them. RPMs. Okay, pause. Queen's attacked. Queen is attacked. I repeat, queen's attacked. We want to obviously still stay somewhat central. So the only moves that I'd ever consider here are these two right here. And in this case, I kind of like this because, hey, an extra trade. I love trade. I'll trade every single thing. I'm here to trade everything. Okay, he's trading with me. Perfect. Take it back. Are you interested, pal? Because I'm interested. Let's make that trade. Let's make that trade. I haven't used a brain cell yet. This is all drawn up into the habit series. We haven't had to pause. Random pawn move. Okay, he's not trading with me. Back to the RPMs. I already know my next move. I already know it. That's the beauty. I don't have to think. I don't have to use my brain. My opponent is stressing here because they don't have a playbook like we do. Right? Just imagine, this is the difference between walking up, you never played with the football team before, and you don't know what their routes are. You're the quarterback. You got to find a way to pass it to someone. You don't know where everything's going. Me, I got a playbook. Easy. RPN. All about the center. Bringing a piece into the center. Very likely to be my next move. All right. He goes with the bishop here. Oh, man. He's hitting us with the tactics. Who cares? We don't do those. Takes, no problem. Take it back. Let's go. He hits us with this one. Rook takes. All right. Let's go into the center. Oh. Don't want a fork. Would be a tactic. Into the center we go. I'm interested in trades. Trades. Okay, let's hit a few moves in the center here. Okay, I'm still in the center. Yeah, don't mind me. Yeah. Don't mind me. I'm just here. Okay. Center. Okay, we're being hit here. Got to move the queen. I'll go ahead and take this one. You know, we're still near the center here. You're going to force me. I'm going to take it. Fine. Okay, what do we got here? Queen's got to move. All right, I'm grabbing. Check. Perfect. The snorkel is there. It's time to push some pawn. I mean, we're getting close to the end game. If the queens are off the board, which I'm fine with, you know, if those were to trade, that's good with me. If those trade, then it's time for just pawns pushing, king, etc., etc. Okay. Knight's being hit. It looks kind of tough to stay in the center. I'm just going to retreat. Safest place for your knight is always where it came from. That's for sure. You jump in the center, got to move away, back where you came from, no problem. Okay. Rook's being hit. Queen's got to move. Let's keep it simple here. Trades. We love trades. At all times. Doesn't matter what the material is. I don't care. Trade the pieces. That's the way. Okay. Queen goes back. At this point, start pushing some pawns. I don't know. Push. Okay. Well, we don't want to lose our queen here, so we're kind of forced into our next move. Did I see this? But no. But I'm here now, so you're literally forcing me. We don't lose material, so I have to play this. I must. I have to do it. Queen takes. Okay. He's making a threat here. Can we... No, can we guard it? I don't really see a way to guard it. Okay, we can't guard it. What else are we doing? Can my king move? No. Queen. We could go here. Check. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm in the center. I'm trading. I'm looking to trade, and the guy's trading with me. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, king. I'm in the end game. Just king, 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 king. King's the strongest piece. Use it like crazy. Okay. We got a pawn. Okay. No problem. All good. There's pawn, pawn, pawn. Okay. Knight here. I don't want to hang it. Let's go here. Well, obviously, if it worked every time, I would charge you. So obviously, it can't work every time. It just works most of the time. I would be charging you money otherwise. So we'll just chalk that up to the, you know, that's the one dentist that just doesn't recommend this toothpaste. Fuck him, honestly. That's what I say. It's a good thing we have 9 more dentists on standby. Now, if it happens again, I mean, you start to get a little concerned, but there we go. Just have to lock back in. Clearly, there was potential there. The habits were doing their thing. Okay. Whatever pawn gets pushed, just match it. Bishop there. No problem at all. We want to get the knights out. Easy, easy. Okay. Let's bring this bishop out, right? Because we want to bring the pawn up. Every time. Bishop wants to come out. Then we want a castle, right? Both bishops controlling the center. All about the center. Knights doing the same. Castling. We want to get our h6. The snorkel. Okay, get our queen up. Get our rooks in the middle. Have you seen this before? Yes, you have. You saw it last game. Can I take this? No, I've got to take this way. Because we know we have to trade. Every single time we trade. Knight has to move. Where's it going to go? Center. Is it available? No. Here. Boom. I'm making these moves in half a second because they're so easy. Always trade. Take it back. Oh, bishop's hit. So we got to move the bishop, but it's still hitting the center here. So I like the placement. For example, I wouldn't really like the placement as much here, you know, but this makes sense. Let's just bring the rooks in. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Rooks are in. Now we got this. Got this. RPMs. Time for the... Okay, we're going to first take that back. Time for the RPMs. Let's go, let's go. RPMs. Always trade. That's definitely the case. Okay. Just gonna keep throwing those in. RPMs, RPMs. He's going here. Fine. RPM. Let's go. Another one. We can move our queen and then maybe get another pawn move. You know, I'm always interested in a queen trade. So this is multi-purpose here. You know, I want to move my pawn for that final random pawn move. Plus queen trade. Sure. All right. And now we're here. Okay. More trades for us. Also, we're in the end game. So now the king is just going to, I mean, turn into a track star. This king's going to do everything. Don't need to worry about anything. King carries. Go king. Okay, yeah. King's getting active here. Okay, bishop's obviously got to move here. We want to still, you know, keep aiming at the center. So go here. Okay, let's keep using our king. Okay. Just using that king. We gotta move our bishop. No safe squares. Okay, well, literally the only move was this. That's all I could do. So there we go. Okay, we definitely trade. Still moving that king around. Trying to find a way. King does everything. No stress, no stress. King does everything. Okay. He's finally making a threat here. Finally making a threat. Okay, what can we do? What can we do? We could guard it. Use our rook. Poor rook hasn't done anything. That's okay. It's all about the king in the endgame. Sorry, pal. It's not your show. It's not your show. Okay. Let's use the king. Okay, we got to take this with check. Yeah. King, I guess, again. King every time. Try to keep it real simple here. King, king, king. Every time. Okay. All about the king. Okay, got to move our bishop. The center looks pretty good. Okay. Pawn push. King. Obviously, we're not gonna sacrifice. I got a bishop here. Okay. I'll go with the king. King again. Just it's the king show, baby. Rook's got to move. I guess we'll go here. Why let him get a queen? I mean, hey, no point stressing yourself about these things. Just follow the habits. They'll take you home. Okay, we're just kind of shuffling the bishop here, not doing too much. Okay. Hey, draw. Okay. We'll take. Sorry, guys. It didn't realize. Could have sworn this was a pawn. It's so fucking bad. Apologies. Didn't realize it was a bishop. Okay. Gonna go here. Save our rook. Okay. Gotta save the rook again. Yes, sir. Okay. King, most powerful piece. Yada, yada, yada. Take, take, take. Okay. Make way for the... All right. Take, take. Take everything. Okay. Time to go. All right. Here we go. Gotta move the king. Hey, you want to make a draw? Let's make a draw. Just a... how about a nice draw? We've worked hard. We've worked hard here. We've worked hard, haven't we? It's been such a pleasant game to play. I haven't really had to think. We've done all of this without really having or needing an original idea of our own. You just got to have some faith in the habits, because the habits will always take you to the finish line. Even when you're losing faith, the habits will get you a win, baby. You didn't lose faith, did you? Don't tell me you lost faith. Don't tell me you questioned. No, no, no. I'm tired of hearing this. Every time this happens, you guys scream paid actor. Paid actor. We don't pay these guys anything. Where's the never resign rule? It's up above. That's just understood. To even need to write that down is it's criminal. That's the most important rule. Never resign. Okay, unpaid actor, fine. I'll tolerate that. There we go. You see, we were able to make it happen there. Sigma Square, thanks for giving us up to Blib Up. BNZ, thanks for the 50 months. All right. Into the next one. The habits. We know it's E5. I'm going to watch over that pawn. Obviously, capture. We're going to go ahead and take. Yep. We want to bring the other knight out. We'll just bring this knight into this. Okay, can't bring the knight in the center. We'll check. Okay, can't bring the knight anywhere in the center. We'll just put it here. Oh, okay. Can't go there either. Fuck me, I guess. All right. There we go. Well, let's get things moving here. All right. Develop the bishop here. Get our knight out. Get castled. I'm liking where this is go. Okay, we can't hang free pieces, so we are required to play this. We don't hang free pieces. Not in this series. No, no, no. And a queen trade, I can get behind that. Knight there, don't care. Castle. Remember, we want to get this bishop, right? Hitting the center. Both bishops happy. Knight as well. Rook's coming to the middle. You always know that this is next because you can just if everyone just quiets down, if you just listen, right? You can just hear that the faint sound of a fiddle playing in the background. You hear that? It's calling the rooks to the center. And here we go. There they are. Okay. Well, let's make sure to get our snorkel in here. Okay. Trade the pieces. As always. Time for some RPMs. Rooks attacked. When attacked. Attack back. As always. Looking pretty good here. Would you look at that? The habits. Once again, not letting anyone down. I'm just an innocent guy trying to go for RPMs over here. Jeez. Okay, takes. What can we do now? We've got no more RPMs. We are in an endgame, to be honest. Let's double the rooks. It's always nice. Bring the knight into the middle. Looks like a good one. We've stacked the rooks. Knight into the middle. Activate our king even. All right. Let's put that there. We're also looking to trade if possible, so I'll keep that in mind. Throw the knight into the middle. Looks fine. Activate our king. Okay, rook hits. Let's obviously go in the middle here if we can. And we can. Okay, attack back. No problem. Okay, we'll hit up the middle here. Okay, I'll stay in the middle. That's always safe to do. Let's start bringing the king in. It is an end game after all, you know. Some RPMs could check in over here. I could definitely see that, but let's stick with our king. Seems pretty solid. Just okay. Bishop there. Let's just go with the king. King. Send. Where you going? Where you going, brah? Come back here. The king is powerful. Let's use it. I'm just running around with the king here. No idea what I'm doing. Knight's hit. It's pretty nice in the center, but as I always say, where does the knight go? If you get kicked out, always the safest to just retreat where you came from. Because you know where you came from was safe. All right. Well, can't put anything there, so that settles that. Let's go for this one. Well, fuck. Knight needs to move. Center's taken. Looks like we're going here. Hey, the good thing is, even when you're making moves that might not be good, you know which ones to make. Okay, let's move this knight again. Got some RPMs to get up there, but you know, I'm all about the king here. King, I swear, is the unsung hero of these games. The king always makes it happen. Using your king as a weapon, like look where my king started, right? And his king is just here. So I feel like using the king like this is very difficult for people to handle. I just kind of run around. We can go here as well. Okay, and move the king. Okay, move the king again. Trades? You know we like a good trade. Okay. You know we like a good trade here. And you should be putting pressure on the clock with the habits. If you're using the same things, you should be putting pressure. Okay, well, obviously we got a trade there. Take a pawn in the center. Okay, getting checked there. Obviously we got to move. Using the king, taking pieces, always trading, staying in the center. Okay, take free pieces. Sure. Not complicated here. Okay, let's use this king to my advantage. Come here, boy. Trying to catch the lad. In the center. In the center. Okay, the king. Such a powerful piece. Just run the king around everything. I mean, I swear this king has just taken everything in sight, right? Like, what the hell was that game? My king probably made like 100 moves. Just took everything. It's so easy when you're playing with the kings. You're causing so many problems. No one knows how to handle it. And meanwhile, your opponent's not using their king. So I'm just running around taking everything. No one knows what to do. Feels like I'm up a piece at that point. It honestly feels like I'm up a piece. That's the best way to describe it. So we made our first king move here. This is move 26, okay? The game had 59 moves. So 26, 59, right? Really, there are a grand total of 33 moves not accounted for. How many of them were with my king? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24. 24 king moves out of 33. Like, at that point, it's like I'm up a piece. How can we not see that? Use your king at the end of the game. Nobody knows what the hell to do. Crushing it. King shit for sure. We're at 587. Chess Ninja D1 has gifted a sub to Yoiji. Thank you, Chess Ninja D1. The circle is strong. The circle is very strong right now. 587. Vámonos. Let's go. E4. You guys know the next move, right? Knight F3. You pretty much know the next move, you know, unless he does something crazy. And yes, it is. Knight C3. You know the next move, pretty much regardless, after you get those two knights out, is you bring the bishop, of course, to control the center. Always want to get castled ASAP. Bishop there is usually going to prompt us to say, you know, what's going on? There's D3 next. Okay. Obviously, we're going to take it back. Bishop wants to go here. It cannot go there, sadly. So bishop E3 is a guarantee. Hitting the center. We have our snorkel. We have our bishop hitting the center. Our other one is also going to hit the center. Rook's coming to the middle. Other rook's coming to the middle. Bishop here. Okay, rook D1. Standard stuff here. Gonna continue like that. Rook in. Now it's time for RPMs. It's that easy. Every single time, same goddamn thing. RPMs. Random pawn moves. Here they come. Bishop is, I mean, it is defended here. It is defended. So we'll keep the random pawn moves going. We only had one available, so obviously it's going to be this one. No need to move the bishop if it's defended. Go for our final RPM. Okay, it goes there. Obviously, we go for a trade every time. Go for another trade every time. More trades. These are the easiest moves to make because they're guarantees. Like we always go for those trades. Queen takes. What do we do here? Offer a queen trade maybe? Moving towards the center. I don't mind that at all. Any queen trades for me? I wouldn't mind. Once we move this bishop, we'll have some more easy RPMs, so might be interested in that. Okay. We have a couple recaptures. I think it makes the most sense to play the one that he just played, you know? Don't need to get fancy. We want a queen trade more than anything. But we're not going to play out of order. Don't need to be a hero here. Let's just take that. Okay, queen there. What's going to be next? Maybe bishop here or something into the center. Trying to make some more room for these random pawn moves next. But I still maintain, you know, I'm here to trade queens. I'd like it. Please. Please. But you should already know the next moves. Like, I know that unless something crazy happens, c4, c5, like, this is going to be my next couple moves, right? It's really nice when you know what you're planning. Like, that's just a good feeling. Bishop into the center. We're staying consistent with the moves that we want to do. Always central, central, central. And you really shouldn't be spending too much time on them. Okay, knight there. This is defended, so we'll just go with our RPM here. Not too much thought. Takes. Okay, we'll take towards the center here. King's got to move. We're in check. Sure. We got RPMs galore here. Go RPMs. We have 3 minutes, 48 seconds. The guy's got 40 seconds. You see what I mean? I'm not saying our position is always better, but like 3 minutes has to be valued somewhere, right? Like I'm just an RPM machine here. Just, okay, pawn, pawn, pawn. Like, what do I care? I know my next move. Okay, he's checked me. I got one legal move. Everyone can find this. I got one legal move. Now the guy's got 15 seconds. It's too easy. It's too easy. RPMs. RPMs. Go, go, go. You can't tell me that's difficult to do. You can't tell me that's difficult. Zero mistakes, zero blunders. And would you look at that? I got 3 misses on my arm. 595. Let's continue. E4. You guys know it. Knight F3, no secret. Knight C3, no secret. Bishop out, I'll match it. It looks good to me. Obviously, castling as soon as possible is coming right up. Trade, don't even need to pause and think. Immediate take, we know our bishop wants to get out. It can't go here, right? So instead, what we're going to do is get our bishop here and not ruin our pawn structure. Take back nicely with the rook. Or if he lets it sit there, then of course we will take. And we got our snorkel. We got our queen moving up. We got our rook coming to the middle. And every game is the exact same. And we're able to do it pretty quickly because we know exactly what we're doing here. Right? It's no secret. Opponent's not even here. Oh my goodness. Guys, it's so easy. It's so easy. The guy saw the habits in full swing. He said, I'm out of here. I can't handle that. We're 600. We've gained 200 points by following a simple set of rules. It is that simple to improve at chess.